the IBI's operation to Shariah principle. This is more or less similar to the attestation that have been carried out by the Islamic Bank all this while. It's just that we have made it as a requirement under our regulations. Furthermore, in 2007, we made some so-called minor amendments to the guidelines on corporate governance for licensed banks, where we prescribe the broad principles and minimum standard for sound corporate governance that include the assurance by the board on the Shariah compliance in all aspects of the Islamic bank's operations, and where the internal audit functions to also include Shariah audit. The Shariah governance framework for IFIs that we have issued in October last year encapsulates all these requirements under one roof. Okay. Why we need for the Shariah governance framework? I believe is naturally that Shariah compliance is the main objective of an IFI, and the business objective of an IFI is to conduct financial business in accordance with principles of Shariah. And responsibility, we believe that the responsibility of Shariah compliance is not confined to the Shariah committee alone, but also the whole all the key stakeholders of the IFI. That include the board, the management and staff. And to us, it is even more critical to IFIs that leverage a lot on resource sharing, a lot of outsourcing within the conventional infrastructure. This is where I think the role of Shariah committee is much more pertinent to ensure that there is no commingling or so-called compliant and non-compliant activities between those institutions. Prior to the issuance of the Shariah governance framework, we observed that there are a lot of IFIs. In most cases, IFIs in general possess strong governance structure, but ironically, they have a weak Shariah governance. And we also observe that the Shariah committee's role is quite limited, and mostly to certify the products and validate the documentation. And we also observe that there is a lack of communication between the Shariah committee and the board. In fact, in one of our meetings with the banks, the Shariah committee has never met even once the board members of the bank, although they have been there for 5 years or 5 years. So we felt that this is something that is unhealthy, because we believe that there must be regular consultations, regular engagements between the Shariah committee and the board. And we also observe that there's a lack of robust Shariah governance infrastructure, and this is in terms of internal Shariah compliance functions, which I will mention after in my later slides. Therefore, we believe that an IFI can fully comply with Shariah principles if we have a comprehensive, systematic and dynamic Shariah governance system. If you look at the Negara Malaysia, on the banks or Takaful operators' Shariah governance structures, their processes and arrangements to ensure that all of the operations or activities comply with Shariah. Provide comprehensive guidance to the board, the Shariah committee and the management in terms of discharging their duties in matters relating to Shariah, and outlines the functions relating to Shariah review, Shariah audit, Shariah risk management and Shariah research. Okay. This is one of those model of Shariah governance framework for IFIs. This is just an illustration. When the bank keep coming back to us saying that whether they are supposedly to have similar so-called model as what we have espoused in the framework, normally we will say that they have to assess their own position. But what is important to us is that all these functions must be there and must be able to deliver of what have been required under the framework, because the model would differ from bank to bank. The guiding principles in the SDF is divided into 4 areas: the oversight, accountability and responsibility. That's one part. The second part will be the independence of the Shariah committee in terms of discharging their role. The third is on the competency of the Shariah committee, the Shariah so-called support functions, as well as the board and management. and fourthly, on the confidentiality and consistency. These guiding principles, for your information, actually derive from the IISB standards on Shariah governance system. So we have taken some elements of those so-called standards and incorporate them into our new framework. Okay. These are some of the input, the contents of and for under each guiding principles. In terms of oversight, we have mentioned in the SDF that the board would be accountable for the, whereas the Shariah Committee will be accountable on the decisions, the views and opinions. And we also expect that the management to provide adequate support to ensure that the organs, the Shariah organs in the bank would be able to meet the objective. And we have also outlined increase the number of the SC members from 3 to 5, of which at least 3 must be Shariah qualified. This is one of the issue that has contested issue among the IFIs until today. We also mention in the guideline that if need be, they may appoint Shariah committee as a board member. It is not mandatory, but sometimes the bank, when they read may, it implies shall. But you also always that when it's not may, is something that is your own call whether you want to appoint the Shariah committee as your board member. On the independence, of course, we expect there would be direct reporting and regular engagement between the board and SC. We want the SC to report to the board or regularly and to engage themselves with the board. And the board also must recognize the SC's independence and not to and to abide by those rulings. And of course, it will be expected of full observance of the SC decision. And if the Shariah committee feels that they need more information from the IFIs that has not been given, the framework allows them to have access to additional info if need be. Because we felt that some institutions may not provide the full picture of a particular Shariah issue. And this is where the SC needs to have this probing so-called element that to ask a lot of questions to the management to ensure that when they make the decision, it is a sound decision. And finally, on the independence for the appointment and for removal of SC, they need priority approval of the central bank and the SAC. On competency, of course, it's normal for them to comply with the fit and proper requirement set by Negara Malaysia. And we also expect now, not only the Shariah committee members, but the board and the management are also expected to have reasonable understanding on Shariah and Islamic finance respectively. And on this aspect, we are so-called developing in process of developing some programs for the so-called even for the board and the Shariah committee members, for them to understand finance more comprehensively. And we also expect the banks to continue training the key stakeholders. This is the board, the management, the staff, and so on. And they should have a succession planning program for the Shariah committees. And on the confidentiality and consistency, as I mentioned earlier, the SEC's ruling was binding on IFIs, and the Shariah committee are expected not to undermine the SEC's rulings. This is, for example, saying in public that they don't agree with some of SSC's decisions. This is something that would not be something that cannot be compromised. But we do allow whistleblowing by the SC to Negara Malaysia. For example, if the Shariah committee feels that what their so-called their views, their concerns has not been carried out by the bank, they can come direct to the central bank for us to take action against the institution. They also have the duty to observe confidentiality, because, as you know, issue or sensitive of documentation is very, very vital. Even in central bank is an offence for you to disclose any other persons to a third party. And finally, on restriction on Shariah committee membership in IFI within the same industry, this is the earlier restriction that we continue to retain in the new framework. These are the backbone of the Sharia compliance functions on the IFI: Sharia review, Sharia audit, Sharia risk management, Sharia research, and Sharia secretariat. And recently we have commissioned ISRA to formulate the Sharia audit framework. I think early this week, there was so-called a workshop to discuss the Sharia audit framework, where we invited all the participants from the banking industry and the audit firms to discuss the framework. Alhamdulillah, it was a very successful workshop. And now the issue is that who will be going to issue the Sharia audit framework, whether it's by Negara, or IIUM, or MTA, that is yet to be decided. And Sharia review refers to the functions to ensure that the end-to-end business operation of the bank is fully Sharia compliant. This is so-called the ex-ante operations, and audit normally is exposed. And also we expect the banks to have or introduce the Sharia risk management, and this will form part of the IFI's integrated risk management function. For your information, the Sharia review and Sharia research should be those who have Sharia qualifications. But on the Sharia audit and Sharia risk management, normally we expect that those personnel in those sections would need to enhance themselves in terms of Sharia understanding and knowledge. Okay, I'm going back. This is my few last slides, talk about some issues and challenges. The issues that we are facing right now is on the complexity of the institutions. We have various so-called institutions, type of institutions. We have the standalone, the domestic and foreign owned. The standalone would be like Bank Islam, Bank Malad, when the foreign owned would be like Rajhi, Asian Finance Bank, and Kuwait Finance House. And we also have so-called subsidiaries of the financial group. This is the likes of CIMB, Maybank Islamic, HSBC, and also we still have a few banks with window operations, the likes of Deutsche Bank and Citibank. And on top of that, we also have a new license, so-called new license category, which is the IIB, or International Islamic Bank. This is so-called institutions that are licensed to conduct only non-ringgit operations. They are not allowed to do ringgit operations. They are only allowed to conduct non-ringgit operations. And they are also required to observe this SDF.